Question 29. You wish to test the following claim at a significance level alpha 0.2002 or 0.02%. H0 states that the proportion is equal to 22% or 0.22, and the alternative states that the proportion is less than 0.22. You obtain a sample of size n equals 502, which there are 100 successful observations. For this test, you should not use the continuity correction, and you should use the normal distribution as an approximation for the binomial distribution. We already used that. What is the critical value for this test, and what is the test statistic for this sample? And then we should answer the remaining questions. As you can see, this is hypothesis testing for proportions, or z-test of a proportion. So we're going to go to the calculator and we will click on z-test of a proportion. The null hypothesis proportion is 0.22 or 22%. And this is a left tilt test. The sample size is 502. And then the number of successes is 100. And we do not need p hat since we do have x, so alpha now is 0.002, and all we need to do is click now perform hypothesis test. That is basically the test statistic. Oh, that was the test statistic, never mind. That was the test statistic. And then the critical value, same with the critical value, if it's a two-tailed test, you pick the positive one because the sign will be posted in the question. So now what do we have here? Comparing this is a left tilt test. So let me try to make a picture here for you to see. So this is a left tilt test. If I want to make a normal distribution curve, this is the normal curve, and then the test statistic and the critical value we can. So here is the, as you can see here, the critical value is negative 2.8 approximately. Negative 2.8 is almost here, so that is the critical value, negative 2.8. The test statistic is 1.12, negative 1.12, so negative 1.12. This is a critical value, which means this is the critical region. It's a left tilt test. So that is the critical region, basically. Notice how the critical value, the test statistic is outside of the critical region. So in this case, we are going to say it is not in the critical region. And as a result, we're going to fail to reject the null hypothesis. When we fail to reject the null hypothesis, that means the null hypothesis could still be true, so we don't have evidence to support our claim. Our claim is basically that the proportion is less than 0.22. The population proportion is less than 0.22. So let's read which one of these conclusions are correct. There is sufficient evidence to warrant rejection of the claim. That is not the language we use. It's either we have evidence to support the claim or we don't have evidence to support the claim. We do not use the rejection word in the conclusion. Same reason we're going to eliminate the second option. There is not sufficient